Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kagam. Okay, so today's video was inspired by one of my subscribers, my lady Ash. We were talking on Instagram DM and she let me know about something interesting that's been percolating for a while about the Hermes Birkin and the Hermes Kelly, and I wanted to do a video about it. So essentially, I think many of you have seen there are way more YouTubers, Instagrammers and bloggers who have been purchasing Kellys and Birkins new from the store in like the past 4 to 6 months. There's a lot of chatter about this on Facebook pages, YouTube comment pages, and forums about what is going on. I think I know what is going on, so please make sure that you keep watching and that you're subscribed because we're going to get into everything. And we also need to talk about a worrying trend I'm noticing with the Birkin and people overextending themselves financially to buy a Birkin. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Essentially, there are lots of people who've been offered a new Birkin and a new Kelly straight from the boutique. And this has been going on now for a few months, as I said. I think that essentially what happened last year is Hermes' sales were down. Everyone's sales were down last year. Last year was wild, super crazy, and things just got absolutely insane, obviously with the plague, which has been just going around the whole world. So I think what happened is there was a window of opportunity that was opened up, and this allowed a lot of people around the world in different Hermes boutiques to buy a brand new Birkin and or a brand new Kelly, basically, at this point. Why did this happen, and what's going to happen in the future? Hermes exists to make money, okay? Hermes is going to do what it does in order to make money. I do think that a lot of the people who managed to get a Birkin in store in the past 6 months, unless you're someone who's been going to the store with a purchasing history, and if you just walked into the store, you got lucky. And that is genuinely my opinion. Many people have been saying this on Facebook groups, luxury Facebook groups, that, you know, if you didn't have a purchasing history, you know, and you walked in there and you got one, you did get lucky. God bless you for that. Okay, but you got lucky. So the question now is, where does that leave the rest of us? If you're in the market for a Birkin or a Kelly, how is that going to affect you? I do think a lot of people walked in, got offered, particularly towards like the final quarter of the year. And I think that was done on purpose because they're trying to juice up their financial results, because guess what's happening? Their financial report, their annual report, is coming out on the 19th of February. So that's the week that Lent is beginning. And that is interesting because the 19th of February is also the day that Karl Lagerfeld passed away. So just putting that out there. So Hermes have their report basically that they're going to be publishing. The report at this point, as of today, is probably done and finished. They're probably just polishing it, figuring out what angle they want to say. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I love business, I love finance. So when the report comes out, even if I don't have a video scheduled for that day, I will upload a video about the Hermes report, because I believe this is going to be one of the most important annual reports that they have ever created, because I do think that's going to give us an idea of what's going on with the supply of the Birkins and the Kellys. Lots of people are saying, oh, Hermes didn't make money in 2020, so they're going to get rid of the system. They're going to start offering everyone Birkins and Kellys. That's not going to happen, guys, okay? Okay, that is wishful thinking. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll know more once the annual report comes out, because they'll let us know what has been going on. But I think essentially this is what's going to happen. Hermes have a lot of cash reserves. They can ride out this pandemic for as many years as it takes. They're not going bankrupt. It's not going to happen. I think that Hermes are going to ride out the bad times. They're going to sort out their luxury reselling nightmarish situation that they have going on. And I think they're going to keep going with the original system. The original system of making the Birkin really, really hard to get is the reason why the Birkin is what it is today. If you could walk into Hermes and buy a Birkin like the way you can buy a Chanel 19, it wouldn't be as coveted. And everyone who's watching, you know this deep down in your heart, even if you're like annoyed about the situation with the Birkin. I think that's the situation that we're in right now. I don't think Hermes are going to change anything, to be honest. As I said in one of my previous videos, they're actually tightening up the way you can buy the Birkin, because they've gotten rid of the semester system. I mentioned that in one of my previous videos, and I think they're going to go back to business as usual once everything with the vaccine, particularly in the UK and in the US, is sorted out. I feel like once all of that is sorted out, it's going to be business as usual, and I just don't think that Hermes actually cares, to be honest with you. I think they're just like, okay, cool, you know, it's cool, we'll take that L, you know, we had had a tough, 2020, but you know what? We're not going to make these bags accessible to everyone. If anything, I think if the Birkins and the Kellys are easier to get, I think that's just going to encourage more reselling, and that's something that Hermes does not want. That's something that they want to combat. I do think that that's going to be a massive thing. So if you've noticed lots of influencer unboxings, lots of YouTuber unboxings, those people got their bags at a time when Hermes decided, you know what, we need to juice up our financial results because we know we have our annual report coming out in February. What should we do in order to juice up the results? I know what we're going to do. We're going to sell more Birkins and Kellys to people who we think are going to buy. Do I think that you're going to be in trouble at Hermes if you don't buy the Birkin that you're offered or the Kelly that you're offered? No, I don't think you're going to be in trouble. But I do think they're going to note like, oh, I offered Kagem a Birkin and a Kelly and she said no. So that might kind of put you on, a question mark by your name, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm definitely, by the way, not hating on anyone who got offered a Birkin or a Kelly in store without purchasing history. I am not hating on you. I'm just saying you are a unicorn, okay? With a massive unicorn cone thing on your head. And you got lucky. Be happy. And don't go up too much now because some of us are sensitive. But you got lucky and it is what it is. So I think in terms of that, I think that's the stuff that's going on right now. But once the annual report comes out on the 19th, you can bet your bottom dollar I will come here and I will summarize it for you, and I'll give you my analytical view of where I think that they're going to be headed. But just based on what is going on right now, there is no financial reason for Hermes to change the whole Hermes game. For those of you who are familiar with watches, Rolex have the Rolex game for men's watches. Go on the men's watch YouTube channels and see the comments on Rolex videos. Men are triggered, okay? They are so mad and angry. They're just like us. Like the Rolex, like Daytona or the Pepsi, these watches, they are like the equivalent of a Birkin or a Kelly. They're so hard to get. They're almost impossible. Rolex make 1 million watches a year. That's it. They don't make more than 1 million. I think Hermes is going to go down the Rolex route, and I think that they're going to decrease stock. I think they're going to decrease inventory to make it even more coveted. And I think if Hermes is clever, they'll make more limited edition bags. So of course we all know about the Himalayan. We all know that everyone loves that bag. We know about the Faubourg bag. That's very famous. I think they need to do more things like that. Limit the inventory of the Birkin and the Kelly so that you can kind of weed out people who are doing reselling as a business. Create more unique limited edition bags that are super, super, super beautiful, glamorous. I think that will actually funnel more real clients to stores as opposed to the current situation now that has just become completely uncontrollable. So that's what I think that's what I think is going to be going on with Hermes this year, but we'll know once the annual report comes out. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Why do you think it's been easier for influencers to get Birkins and Kellys recently? What's your opinion? A lot of my opinions are based on things I've been reading in luxury Facebook groups from people who've purchased Birkins and Kellys in November, in October, and in December, and also from reading the Purse Forum and a lot of other authority websites on this particular issue. But as usual, I want to know what you guys think, so please make sure you like this video, subscribe, hit that bell, and keep watching because now I'm going to start talking. Guys, I was looking at a luxury shopping video. I was watching it, I was enjoying it, I liked it, of course, and I was reading the comments and someone said they really want to, this was an Hermes related video, they really wanted to buy a Birkin, but their life savings was $10,000. Should they put their life savings, okay, of 10,000 USD, which is a lot of money, into buying a Birkin? Obviously, I was horrified by this person feeling the pressure to purchase a bag and they have their life savings of that amount. Respectfully, I just felt the need to respond and say, hey, I don't think you should buy the Birkin yet. I think you should put yourself in a much stronger financial position where you can purchase the Birkin so that if later you get financial problems, you don't have to like go on Fashion File and lose like the value of your bag in order to sell the Birkin. Some people were responding saying, YOLO, you know, do your thing. Money comes and goes. You can always find money tomorrow. And I was shocked by some of the advice that this particular individual is getting. And I was like, please, please do not purchase this bag if all the money you have to your name is 10 grand. And that is my genuine feeling. I know it's ironic. This is a shopping channel after all. I love shopping. I love beautiful things. Let me tell you, I love this stuff, but I think it's very important to be prudent. As I've said many times before, I am not a minimalist by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not my thing. It's not my bag. And I think that's okay. Everyone has things that they're interested in. What I am though, is I'm financially prudent when it comes to shopping and things that I'm buying. So what I mean by that is, as a Taurus, I'm a natural spender. So if you're a natural spender, you know that you need to be careful in how you buy things. I think through purchases. Even my previous shopping haul that you just watched, I knew what I was going there to buy. I knew I needed to buy a dress, I knew I needed to buy jeggings, and I knew I needed to buy shoes, and I wanted to make sure I got nice things that I could get a lot of wear from. I was shocked that this individual felt pressure to purchase the Birkin. And so obviously, you know, YouTube comments, and many people are commenting. I was commenting as well. I don't want to say like the video, I don't want to post the link, so I don't want to put this person on blast too much, but I was like, please do not buy this bag, whether you buy it in store or you're buying it as a like luxury resale product. Please don't buy this if you financially are not in a good position. And then my final comment was like, please only buy this if you know that you don't need that money today, you don't need that money next year, frankly, you don't need that money in 4 years. 4 years is 48 months. Like, if you are in a good financial position where you know you're not going to mind losing like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on a bag, which you won't resell maybe for 48 months, that's fine. But if you're in a position where you're still kind of building your financial equity, it's really, really important to make sure that you don't do things that are kind of reckless. So that to me was like a potential reckless thing. Luckily, other people started coming in and were like responding to me saying, oh my God, don't buy a Birkin yet, you know, if that's all you have right now. So I just wanted to put that out there because I noticed there are some young people who are watching some of my videos. I was looking at my stats the other day. There's some people under the age of 24 and 25 who are watching my videos. And I just want to say, whatever stage you are in life, if you want to buy a luxury bag, please make sure that you have emergency savings. You've got some money socked away and saved away. What if you buy a Birkin today and you lose your job today? Do you need to sell your Birkin? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, you should not have purchased a Birkin in the first place. You know, this is a pretty tough, harsh way of looking at things. I know, particularly for those of you in Europe, you have access to credit cards. Credit cards are here, but it's not really a thing. And credit cards are actually not really offered to people here. They're more for like the sort of higher end clients. I don't have a credit card. I only believe in the cash that I have. So if I have it on my debit card, that's fine. If I don't have it, I'm not purchasing it. So I just wanted to put that out there because I do feel like there's incredible pressure at the moment to buy Birkins, like buy a Birkin, buy a Birkin, buy a Birkin. And many people feel very pressured. Only buy something that, first of all, you want and you're passionate about. And number two, if you're going to buy a Birkin, please make sure that your other financial ducks are in a row. I saw some controversial things that people talking about, like, oh, you shouldn't buy a Birkin if you're still renting, or if you don't have a house, you don't have a mortgage. I don't know about that, but I definitely feel like you should have your emergency savings solidly locked in. I think that you should be in a good place financially where, God forbid you're buying a Birkin, but your mom or your dad calls you saying, hey, I need you to help me out with $1,000 or $500. The people who brought you into this world, you should be able to help them out financially for sure as well. So I just wanted to put that out there because I was getting a bit freaked out when I was seeing some of the comments on a lot of these like Hermes unboxings. There's always someone like, hey, I feel like I should pull the trigger, but I'm kind of worried financially because I don't know what's going on with C19. If you're worried financially, do not buy the Birkin, guys. Don't buy it right now. I really need to know what you guys think about what I just talked about, people buying Birkins but maybe not being ready financially. And are influencers being offered Birkins because Hermes needs the money? Or was it just a flash in the pan? I think it was a flash in the pan. I think we're back to business as usual, being blocked, okay, at Hermes. So I'd love to know what you guys think. As usual, please make sure that you're subscribed and you hit that bell and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it as well. And I'll see you in my next video.